My warmest greetings from Barcelona. Today I'm going to speak about the focal point in composition. A focal point is the most visually attractive area of the picture. It serves for two purposes. First, it is a point of interest in your picture, what you want the viewer to notice. Second, but not the less important, the focal point helps to organize composition as a single whole. The focal point is the area around which the rest of composition is centered. It affects the overall arrangement of the artwork. Making two or more focal points in composition doesn't make sense. It is as if we tried to use a wheel with two axes. It won't move. How to create in a composition visually attractive area? The human eye is always drawn to the area of greatest contrast. To make an element a focal point, we use contrast. We create an element different from the rest of elements in composition. Does any contrast help to create a focal point? No. For example, in a classical theory, often are mentioned difference in color, value, texture, shape for creating contrast. Let's consider an example of different shapes. All the elements will be of the same size, but one of them of a different shape. Here are squares and one triangle among them. Does it work? No, it doesn't work properly. And we don't have the colors in black and white sketch. So let's make difference of the texture. I'll fill up all the squares with hatching, and one of them will be dotted. The difference is about invisible. So why in these examples contrast doesn't work? Because the difference in texture and shape doesn't create strong contrast. It doesn't affect the big scheme of composition. What does create strong contrast? In my previous examples, all the elements were of the same size. What will happen if we change the size of them? Let's try it. One of the elements I made small, and the difference is obvious this time. If one element will be bigger, let's see. It really makes strong contrast. The contrast of size is certainly working option. So to create nicely balanced composition, we need a focal point. To emphasize the focal point in composition, we can use contrast of size. In time, I am creating new videos in composition. You can take a look at my book, Composition in Painting, Basics and Examples. There is a link below the video. Don't forget to subscribe, to give likes, and I'll be happy to read your comments. It's all for now. Have a good time. See you soon.